Get the upper hand on your competition with SCUF controllers. Use code OGXRAYZ to get 5% off your entire order. Yo guys, what's up? It's XRAYZ. Welcome back to another Call of Duty Black Ops 4 video. So this is a continuation of the leaked video that I did yesterday. Check that one out if you guys want to know a little bit more about multiplayer, leaked information on what it's going to be like, and the feedback that they have gotten from play testers early on. It's not that great news. So check that video out. I'm going to have it linked in the description below. In this video specifically, we're going to be talking about zombies and what Matthew Harris knows so far from zombies. And for you guys that want to know who this guy is, this is a well-known, credible leaker. He's the one who has been giving information to several other YouTubers, and this time around he actually decided to kind of step into the limelight and officially show himself. So before this, or prior to this, he was the one who was giving information to other YouTubers like the Gaming Revolution, who has been right about leaks and info. He's the one who leaked Chronicles that came out for zombies. He's also been the one who has leaked information on multiple zombies maps from multiple games as well, which is actually pretty insane. Not just Treyarch, but also Infinity War maps and World War II maps. The Gaming Revolution has been able to leak information on all of these, and it's all been because of Matthew Harris. So this guy has a pretty legit track record, and the information he has been giving so far has been kind of a bummer, but at least with zombies, it seems like they have some pretty cool ideas, or at least a pretty cool system in place for what they want to do. And I'm pretty excited. Maybe some of you guys won't be excited with the actual info, but let's go ahead and jump into this video. If you guys do go on and enjoy the video, guys, make sure you guys do drop a like on the video. It shares the video around, and it's super appreciated. And if you are new to the channel, if you want to see even more content like this, I'm gonna have a ton more Call of Duty World War II and Call of Duty Black Ops 4 content coming. So obviously make sure you guys are subscribed and have notifications on so you don't miss a single video. But anyways, let's go ahead and jump into this information. Now it says, next I'll be talking about zombies. And of course, after that, my crazy claim that Blundell will be leaving after Black Ops 4 concludes. There will be at least 2 maps at launch with Black Ops 4, and both of them will be more ambitious than any Call of Duty title to date. As pretty much everyone has already heard at this point, one of those maps will be Mob of the Dead. But it won't be Mob of the Dead that you know. It takes place in the real world and will unfortunately be played by the transit crew. I personally do not see that as something that is unfortunate. I actually have been wanting to play as the transit crew again. It feels like they're doing this on and off thing. BO4 is going to be transit. BO3 was the original crew. BO2 was transit. Before that, again, the original crew. I feel like they're kind of jumping on and off. I wouldn't be surprised if some of the DLC has the old crew again, but I feel like moving forward they might do the transit crew again because they were such a big piece of the comics that were released earlier. Moving on, he says, yeah, they're back. The story of the map kicks off exactly where the comic book ends. The transit crew emerges from their pods on Alcatraz Island and will then have to fight their way off it. This all takes place in Monty's perfect universe, and the transit crew never was supposed to be in it. They are the final link to the universe of old, the last sort of bridging gap between what Monty has done and what came before his actions and revelations. They shouldn't exist, and with them comes corruption to the very essence of his universe. The universe around them begins to bend and buckle with the strain of them even existing there. Their very stitching of the universe is made up of 115, and this starts to go haywire, once more resurrecting the dead and opening the gates to the universe thought destroyed. They were Richtofen's ultimate backup plan, and you will play as them throughout the rest of the DLC on a quest to save the Primus and Ultimus crews from ultimate destruction. Meanwhile, I can't talk much about the secondary map, London, 1940s. It doesn't seem like much, and it's because it isn't, but it's what I'm allowed to let loose on. And people knew that London was a thing anyways. The issue with the ambitious project like these upcoming zombies maps is that they add a lot of pressure onto the people working on them. Timelines get shorter, work gets harder, certain executives push harder and harder. The zombies team is in a very overworked state at the moment, and certain elements on certain maps aren't even coming together the way that they want them to, especially considering they have to get it done for an even earlier release date this time around. Some people have considered leaving the company, though that was just over a month ago, so things have gotten better. Either way, Blundell is becoming a bit of an overbearing guy, and it's been sowing discontent into the morale of workers. It's widely believed that a breakdown in communication and creative differences will be why Blundell is leaving after this game. The campaign of BO3 and BO4 were primarily his ideas, and they have been scrapped both times. So this is really interesting. This kind of just lets me know a little bit about the storyline for zombies. There's not a lot there. There's definitely a little bit enough to kind of sink your teeth into, but there's not so much that, you know, we can kind of start making mass assumptions. Obviously, the claim that Mob of the Dead Remastered is coming seems to be something that we've all been kind of expecting at this point. It's been teased, and a bunch of tweets that were supposed to be teases got deleted, and they know that the community has wanted a Mob of the Dead Remaster for a while now. Since the release of Chronicles, everyone was kind of like, yo, where the hell is Mob of the Dead? Because it didn't come with Zombies Chronicles, so a lot of people were very upset at that. Obviously, it was still really awesome to get 8 different maps from the past, but people were still kind of a little bit bummed out that we didn't get like Buried or Alcatraz. I should say Mob of the Dead. And it looks like they were just holding out and waiting on this because they had a whole storyline planned out, and this is what's going to happen. They're going to continue the storyline that we saw in the comic books and kind of take it to that next level where we continue to play as the transit crew, and as we Victus at this point, which is what they're called in the timeline. And it looks like they're going to continue from there. And it feels like it's going to have a completely new storyline in Mob of the Dead. I'm actually very, very excited to see what this map layout looks like. Is it the same? Is it slightly different? The zombies, are they going to look the same? Because obviously this is a world that is supposed to be the perfect version of Dr. Monty's universe. As we know, right at the end of BO3, Dr. Monty pretty much erased everything, even got rid of Primus and like sent them off to their own thing. So he essentially fixed everything into what he wanted it to be, into his image, and it looks like, there we go, Dr. Richtofen once again finding little ways to screw up or screw with him. And now we have Victus, or the transit crew, attempting to survive. They're essentially the ones who are corrupting the universe, and now they're trying to find a way to save Ultimus and Primus. And this is actually very exciting. How do you guys feel about there being a possibility of Transit's crew coming back, doing their storyline once again? If I'm completely honest with you guys, I really liked the crew back in BO2. I feel like they had a very interesting storyline with them. They had obviously the whole branching thing where you could either follow Maxis or you could follow Richtofen. They had like a branching type thing, and that led to a ton of theories and a ton of speculation, and people were saying, well, what was the truth? What was the true ending? So to me, Black Ops 2 had a pretty cool idea where they did the whole zombies thing where you could split up into different storylines. And I think we might see something like that here again, whether it is a, you know, Dr. Monty winning or Dr. Monty being destroyed. I think it would be pretty interesting to see once again a system like that. But again, you know, I don't know what exactly is going on. As you guys were reading on there with me or hearing with me, it looks like the team is very overworked. It feels like they're doing a lot of stuff, and a lot of stuff is just not coming together. I really just hope that everything does eventually come together and they're able to deliver a really awesome map. Mob of the Dead, honestly, I feel like a remaster shouldn't be that hard. Maybe it's just the voiceovers, the audio that they need to fix up. Obviously, with the Giant, there was some different audio cues, and it should have probably been, or I should say, it probably was a little bit of an easier map to make than a new version like Shadows of Evil they had to do. So I'm assuming this time around, same thing. It's not as hard because they have the base framework for Mob of the Dead, and they're making it into Alcatraz, and they're probably just going to be focused on dialogue and storytelling within that. And then London 1940, that seems pretty interesting. We'll definitely see. I don't know why the setting is London. I'll have to do some research on that, but it seems like it's going to be a pretty cool theme as well. It kind of honestly kind of gives me vibes of maybe like a Shadow of Evil type thing if they're going to do a London setting this time around. So we shall definitely see, but we got a little bit of info on what to expect. It looks like Victus will be the one who will be leading the charge in the storytelling and the DLC this time around, and we'll definitely see. There is also info, guys, on the campaign version and also Battle Royale that he does go on to talk about, and I'll talk about that in another video. If you guys want me to do that video, go ahead and comment down below if you guys want info on that, just my thoughts on that as well. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it. If you guys could do me a huge favor and drop a like on the video, it would be super appreciated. And if you are new to the channel, if you want to see even more content like this, I'm gonna have a ton more Call of Duty Black Ops 4 news, info, rumors, leaks, and more coming. So obviously make sure you guys are subscribed and have notifications on so you don't miss a single upload here on the channel. If you guys do want to support the channel directly, you can do so by joining my sponsor squad. You get access to early content, exclusive videos, and a special badge that shows up in all my live streams and in the comment sections of all my videos. Check that out only if you guys are willing and able to. If you want to talk about this or anything, Twitter is the best place to do so. Constantly on there, so give me a follow at OGXRAYZ if you want to talk about this or just kind of talk. Twitter, best place to do so. And I also have links to my gaming and second channel as well if you want even more content from me. I'll see you guys next time. Have a great day, guys. I'm out. Peace.